Hi team, welcome to another episode of What's the One Thing. Today's question is, when anxiety starts to take over when riding, what do you feel is the quickest and most effective way to distract from those feelings? In the first instance, what I always recommend is upskilling away from the horse. That is the base groundwork that we need to do for ourselves to get ourselves in a position where we are emotionally capable. Then when we are in positions where we might be triggered or something happens which causes us to feel a way which is not useful to us when we're riding, we have the ways and means of dealing with that in the moment. I do know that there are situations where things just spring up, where we do feel a certain way that's really unexpected, or something happens which puts us in a situation or circumstance which is unfamiliar to us. So in those circumstances, I would say, and let's recap briefly, we know that when it comes to managing our emotional state, we have three options that are available to us. We can change our focus, we can change our self-talk, or we can change our physiology. What we're going to hone in on right now is our self-talk, because that gives us the means to actually redirect our focus to a much more useful direction. In the case of anxiety, we tend to be focusing on the worst case scenario, and we're giving ourselves enough information unconsciously for the unconscious mind to recognize the situation as real. For instance, we're playing a mental movie in our mind's eye which really clearly pictures what we don't want to happen, and that triggers the physiological response of anxiety. Now, in order to cut that off at the source, asking yourself a really good question will help you redirect your focus and start to allow you to create some different mental impressions about what it is that's happening. Really good questions that you might ask are, what is it that my horse needs from me right now? Or what is the next best thing I could do in this moment? Or what would allow me to feel calmer about this situation? And then you take action on any one of those answers that comes up in relation to the questions. What that does automatically is redirects your focus, and that signals your physiology to respond differently. Basically, if you can influence any one of those arms, if you can influence your focus, if you can influence your self-talk, or if you can influence your physiology in a way that allows for a more confident approach, you'll be moving incrementally in the direction that you want to be, rather than falling down the rabbit hole of anxiety and having that feed on itself. Also, another good thing to remember, I know this isn't one thing, it's never just one thing, is it? Another good thing to remember is to check back in with your senses. When we get anxious, we go into survival mode. If we flick into sympathetic activation. And so dropping yourself back into your body gives you a really nice way to ground yourself. And you can do that by thinking, what is it that I'm hearing around me? What is it that I'm seeing? What is it that I'm observing? What is it that I'm feeling? What can I feel in terms of physical touch? Like, where is it that my body is meeting my horse's body or the saddle? That quick sensory scan is really useful, just to allow you to drop back into your body and reassociate yourself with the present moment. I hope that helps a little bit, and I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. Team, if you are listening to this stuff and thinking, that's me, then check out my membership program. Joyride is a fantastic place to be, and it has a whole host of resources to allow you to increase your emotional fitness, resilience, confidence, banish that self-doubt, overcome your fears, whatever it is in relation to mindset, mental skills and emotions. That's my bag. You can check it out on my website, confidentrider.online/joyride. And if you have any questions, flick me an email, jane@confidentrider.online, or you can PM me on any of the social media channels. Looking forward to hearing from you soon.